Hello everyone, welcome to another week. If you're new, my name's Emma and I'm an illustrator based in Sheffield. Well, last week, if you watched that video, you'd know that I was having fun just existing, and I'm still there. What I mean by that is I haven't been beating myself up by not feeling like I have to do work or like artificially create busyness for myself. So I'm just having fun, just being a human in the world, doing things that excite me or just interest me. So I've been doing some sourdough starters, I've been going on walks, I've been doing a bit of gardening, and I am feeling a little bit more like I want to pair that up with a little bit of work, partly because I have to. Some of the work that I need to do is the next month's coming up over on my Patreon, and every month over on Patreon I illustrate monthly illustrations that feature on a downloadable calendar, a printable calendar, phone wallpaper, tablet wallpaper and 2 note sheets, and that features a new illustration by me which is seasonally inspired for the month. So I need to get on with that. I kind of planned that out this morning. Also, I've got a Christmas market coming up. So I do in-person markets every now and then to sell my illustrations and my illustrated goods, because I've got an online shop, if you don't know, emmasanink.co.uk, and that's where I sell illustrated products like cards and gifts and art prints and stuff like that. So I've got a market coming up for that in a couple of weeks. So I need to get ready for that. So my brain is starting to come into the work sphere as well, but I'm not going to put too much pressure on myself, because to be honest, a lot of the stress of Christmas in my job, not necessarily in yours, if you own a small business and all that kind of stuff, it might be different, but in my job, as long as I get prepared and order enough Christmas cards, I've got my Christmas stuff in some shops in Sheffield, I've got my website, as long as I have the stock, the rest, Christmas really takes care of itself. The problem is the run up to Christmas, where you may be designing new products or like advertising new stuff, ordering, stuff like that. But this time of year, specifically on the run up to Christmas, like now onwards, is pretty well taken care of. I do need to keep an eye on stock levels in shops, so I need to keep making sure that I'm dropping more stock off so they can sell them. They can only sell what they've got. So there is stuff like that to do, but it is, oh, there was a sound and it's Rolly, my cat, scratching down here. Hello, Rolly. Sorry, it scared me a little bit. So as long as I keep an eye on stock levels and stuff, Christmas is pretty okay. So I'm not going to artificially stress myself out by seeing other people who are more busy in their businesses at this time of year. I am as busy as I need to be, so I'm going to enjoy this time. So that's where we're at. Although today I do need to actually do something, because talking about Patreon before, every month on Patreon I also host a live drawing Zoom, and that's tonight as I'm filming this, not as you're watching this. So I need to just do a few things. First thing involves tidying my massively messy desk. I can't show you it because it does include some Christmas presents, but I need to make some space, move my computer onto my desk, and the rest of that's taken care of. I just need to turn up at the right time and go through the slideshow. So that's that. So while I tidy my studio, it's not even a full studio tidy that you can even get your teeth into. It's just going to be a tidying around the edges. So while I do that, have a look at some footage that I took of me and Rolly and Andy in the woods the other day, and I'll get on with this, and I'll see you in a second. I love a good old walk in the woods. It's something we do quite frequently because Rolly is a harness cat. Yes, you! He came to us at 10 months old, and as we live in a very small house and as he came to us as an indoor cat, we thought we'd try him with a harness, and if he liked it, it would give him an option to go outdoors and smell outdoor smells and see outdoor things. And luckily he did like it, and we do go out with him a lot. We take him on holiday and stuff. Obviously, all cats are going to be different. If he didn't like it, I wouldn't have taken him out. And also, if he was an outdoor cat with his own territory, I wouldn't take him out either, because that might stress him out more. He might see that as more territory to have to defend. And then when he came back, he'd like if we took him away on a holiday, and he might have already lost his outdoor territory by then. So if you're thinking about doing that with an outdoor with your own cat, do remember that all cats are different. They might not take to it. They've always got to have a bag or a safe space that's big enough for them to turn around and sit up in without their head reaching the top. We raise his slightly with cushions and a blanket because he likes looking out. If he doesn't do that, he's always like standing up to try and get out. So we've raised ours, but they always need a safe space. Remember, they're not a tiny dog. That's enough of that. This isn't an instruction video on how to walk a cat. But also, while we were at the woods, I collected a bag of holly, like evergreen stuff. Now, this is stuff that I didn't cut from trees. I didn't prune anything. This was stuff that the wind had blown out of the trees. So like tiny little branches. Ideal size was like that big, and there was loads of them around because there'd been a few winds. I picked up a bag of windfall, like holly, pines, stuff like that, things that are going to stay evergreen. And I made a wreath, and I had enough left to make a garland. And I'll pop a picture up here somewhere to show you, and tell you what, it's like I'm living in a Muppet Christmas Carol. I am here for it. So I can highly recommend making your own little green garland or wreath. If you're anything like me, it will just scratch that part of your brain that needs to do something with their hands. And talking about hands, my hands got absolutely prickled to their demise. So they've only just started to heal. But that night I went in the shower, and with the heat, all the prickles on the back of my hand were visible, and also everything on the palm. I looked like I'd been struck down with mega chicken pox. But it was just holly. So that was nice. I like looking out of my kitchen window onto the wreath and the holly. I did the wreath and the garland. I did a wreath last year as well, and they do last quite a long time. It was well after Christmas before it started to look a bit shoddy. So I'm hopeful that it will see us to Christmas. But another exciting thing is I think my sourdough starter might be at its peak. And this is the very first time I've taken my starter, built it up enough to recipe proportions, and I'm going to go out and do my very first sourdough bread soon. Got bubbles on top, smelling nice. It's doubled. I'll maybe keep it a little bit warmer while everything just updates. I'm not going to film this because I want to enjoy the process of making a sourdough without thinking, what angle is this filmed at, and does my kitchen look nice? I want to just focus on it and enjoy it. But you'll see the end result. It takes like overnight, so tomorrow you'll see the end result. So that's all up to date. Let me get my slideshow and make sure that's all in order. If you ever want to get involved in these live drawing sessions, you are very welcome. I know I say this every time I do it, a film on a live Zoom day, but it is true. These are available to you as and when you want to come to them. They are available only to paid tier patrons, but my tiers start at £1. So on the £1 tier, you can access the live drawing Zoom, the downloads, you get a sketchbook tour, you get a few other bits and bobs. You get access to all of the recordings of all of the live sessions. So even if you can't make it to the live Zoom session, the live Zoom drawing session like we're doing tonight, you can access the recording of it. So if you're on the other side of the world, it doesn't matter, you won't miss out. You'll miss out on the live element, but you won't miss out on the actual Zoom. And you'll have access to that for as long as or whenever you're a patron on a paid tier. Remember, you can also stay just for 1 month if you want to. You don't need to stay paid patron forever. You can start as a free patron, so you can follow me for free. Whenever you want to, if you ever do, you don't have to. You can upgrade for a month and then just cancel it before your next payment if you don't want it to carry on, or you can keep it rolling over. It's completely up to you. So if you want to get involved in any of these live sessions, first thing I'd suggest is go and follow me for free over on Patreon. So it's patreon.com/Emma Woodthorpe. Anytime there's a live coming up or anything of interest, I will pop it up for free. You'll be notified. I'll make a post about it, which you'll be able to access for free, so you'll know what's going on. And then if you want to get involved, you can always upgrade. But you can also just stay following me for free. I do a lot of things for free over there. So one of the very, very popular things is that whenever anything comes across my path, any opportunity, any event that I think you guys might be interested in, if you're interested in the same kind of things that I'm interested in, like illustration competitions and job opportunities, or like just events like Eventbrite type events, I pop them up in there for free. You don't even need to follow me for free to access those. I want it to be a gatekeeper free zone as much as possible. So they're up for free if you're a free member. You don't need to be a free member to access those, but you'll get notified whenever any of that kind of stuff gets added. So if you follow me for free, you'll get the notification. Anyway, I'm going to get this set up. Today we're going to be practicing drawing background scenes, and it's something that I think is going to benefit me for sure. Hello, Rolly. He's a good boy. So yeah, we're going to practice drawing background scenes, so things that might be in the back of any kind of illustration, any kind of sketchbook thing that you're doing. Think things like living rooms, kitchens, cafes, street scenes, train stations, waiting rooms, stuff like that. Things that you don't necessarily, when you go out to sketch, or when you're drawing like a storyboard or something, and it's an interaction between two people, you might not think about the background. You might just think about the subjects, but it's something that is worth practicing, because you also get a lot of different perspectives. So as like kitchen islands might be going down this way, then the worktops across here, then lighting and stuff. It just gives you more to think about. So I'm just going to check all my pictures. Loading. And then I'm going to go down and make use of this sourdough starter. So that's the live drawing Zoom actually finished. The bread is coming along. Is it going right? Who knows? It's my very first sourdough loaf. But the drawing session went really well, and actually the bread and the drawing session fit really nicely alongside each other, because every 40 minutes I needed to do a stretch and fold, or a fold, or just a normal fold, a coil fold. I don't know. Do I know what I'm talking about? I don't know. But the session was 40 minutes, and then I needed to go and do a thing, and it all fit beautifully together. So even if this bread doesn't end up looking like a bread, that's fine. The drawing session went well. We were drawing backgrounds, and yeah, practice drawing backgrounds. I'm pretty pooped though. These live drawing sessions always take it out of me. So I'm going to go and chill out for the rest of today, and I'll see you in the morning.